company insures the bank.
And we're not too happy about losing $4 million.
Who else was in on the job?
Look, we all went in wearing masks. That was the gimmick. Nobody knows anybody.
What's it worth?
$250,000.
Okay, everybody up for volleyball.
Oh! I want to know what happened next.
Checking me out, including knocking me off?
Can I get you something?
You know what I want.
Put the gun down!
New York is a great lady to come home to. She never forgets you. And no matter who you've been with, she's always ready to start right back where you left off. I'd been out of town for a while, and getting home never felt better. I hadn't missed much. The Daily News was singing the same old songs. Hostages in Iran, apartheid in South Africa, stock scandals on Wall Street, and foreign bodies in the tap water. It makes you wonder why you spend the quarter. No matter how many days you haven't seen the paper, certain things never seem to go away. Well, I guess that's why God created the sports page. There's always something reassuring about a 40-yard field goal and a completed pass. But right then, all I really cared about was a good night's sleep. There's an old adage that says, a private detective who's dead tired better be careful. He could wind up just plain dead.
Who is it?
Mike, it's Hillary.
Hillary.
Ready to go?
Go where?
Oh, Mike, don't tell me you forgot.
I guess I did.
We made a date for tonight, last week. You said to meet you at your place, and we'd take in dinner and a movie.
Oh, Hillary, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. It completely slipped my mind.
Well, I know we were kind of preoccupied at the time, but you promised, and a date is a date.
Look, I'm really kind of beat. Do you mind if we just stay here?
Oh, we always do that. You said you're going to take me out, and this time I'm not going to let you talk me out of it.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not going to be very good company. I just got back from the mountains.
Well, then you should be rested.
After 5 days of mosquitoes, sunburn, and poison oak, plus a case I'd like to forget.
Well, why did you go up there to begin with?
You don't want to know.
Try me.
Want a drink?
I'll take a beer.
It all started a couple of weeks ago at the Manhattan City Bank with a kid named Charlie Danvers. Charlie's dad was a friend of mine in Vietnam. He was a wild kid, got himself into lots of trouble. But then he got a job driving a van. His life seemed to take a different direction. And all of a sudden, Charlie's life was at a dead end.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's Charlie.
Nice looking kid.
They were wearing masks? What did they look like?
I don't know, like Halloween masks.
I like Halloween masks.
Okay, great. Now, anyway, the leader tore cards in half, aces, and passed them out.
Why?
Relax, I'll get to that.
He's on time. Where's the other guy? There. Go for it.
How much did they get away with?
$4 million.
That's some trick-or-treat.
All right, hold it there. Keep your hands where we can see them. Hold it. Breathe. Come on. Come on, get your hands. What the hell's going on, man?
Just stay away. Stay back. Don't run.
I didn't do nothing.
So what did the kid have to do with the robbery?
That's exactly what the cops wanted to know. This wasn't just a matter of armed robbery. A security guard was killed. Charlie was going to take the rap for it. That's when he called me for help.
So I went to see him at the police station.
I didn't have anything to do with it.
Then how come it was your air freight truck at the robbery?
I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Charlie, are you all right?
Yeah. It's okay, Francine.
Mike, how can they hold him for something he didn't do?
We're trying to work that out, sweetheart. Listen, I need to talk to him alone.
We'll wait outside, Mike. Come on.
Sit down.
What did he do?
That's just it. He seemed to have been framed. His air freight van was spotted at the scene of the robbery, but Charlie claimed he had nothing to do with it. I wanted to believe him, but I knew he was holding something back.
It was a different truck. Why don't you believe me?
Look, the last time you got in trouble, I stood up for you because of your dad. I'll never forget what he did for me, and I want to back you again, but I can't unless you're straight with me.
Okay. Last week, it was slow. I went into this bar on company time. I parked the van in the back. Great move. The minute that I walked in, this guy gets friendly. He buys me a drink. He bought me a bunch of drinks. I got so blitzed you wouldn't have believed it. The first couple hours, I had a great time. The next couple hours, I passed out.
That was it?
Yeah. Except
when you went back to look for the van, it wasn't there. Was it someplace else?
Yeah. It was parked down the street. Do you believe me?
Even if I do, it was pretty dumb violating your parole like that. Going into a bar and getting drunk. But no, I don't think you did anything worse than that.
Mike, I know that I've done a lot of things that I'm sorry about. But I've turned around. I got a kid on the way. I'm trying to live my life the way my father would have been proud. But now it's all going down the drain.
Not yet, kid. Hold on. I'm not through yet.
Poor Charlie. Was he going to jail?
Yeah, but I was going to get him out. When's the baby due?
End of the month. I want Charlie to be there.
So do I, sweetheart. He's waiting to see you.
Okay.
What do you think, Mike? Can you do something?
I don't know. I'm going to try. It's not going to be easy.
I hope you're going to tell me he confessed.
Sorry to disappoint you.
You know, this is typical of you, Hammer. You run roughshod over decent people, but you let some obvious young hood sucker you.
I know. Barrington's Law. Everybody's guilty until proven innocent.
You should be more like me.
God forbid.
Mike, George Forrest, bonding company.
Hello. Your company insures the bank.
And we're not too happy about losing $4 million.
No, I guess not.
If you come up with something, Mr. Hammer, there's a 5% finder's fee.
Sorry, my lifestyle can't afford it.
I was hoping Charlie Danvers would tell you something.
He did. He told me he wasn't involved.
But we're holding him anyway. In the meantime, Mr. Forrest, my office is this way.
Mike, you sure you're not taking on too much? The kid's story.
I've heard a lot worse. I told you about his father, Bud Danvers, didn't I?
Yeah, good platoon leader. It's just before you and I met.
Yeah.
He took a grenade.
Saved my life.
I guess you do own one.
I'll see you.
Later.
Okay, I'm ready. You hungry?
Starving. But what about the vans? Weren't there two of them?
Very good. Ever thought of becoming a private eye?
Not as long as I got you around. Tell me some more.
Well, I went down to find the van. They were holding it at the police impound lot, and I was hoping I could come up with some kind of clue.
Yeah, like what?
Hilo's Air Freight was a small company. They had several trucks, but this was their only van. There was a chance, though, that the paint and the logo could have been duplicated on another van. And there was only one man I knew who could do that to perfection. Oscar Merlin.
Merlin? Like the magician?
Yeah, with cars he was a magician.
What do you say, Oscar?
Hey, what do you say, Seamus? Ain't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, last time I saw you, you weren't open to the public, and your cars were on their way out of the country.
Yeah, well, I finally got smart. You know what I finally figured out? You can make money legit, so why do you have to have the cops looking for you? Don't tell me you want that heap work done. I got you some advice. Turn it into a planter.
I would if I had a green thumb. So how's business?
Going great. See this sucker? 14 grand job. Paint costs $500. The rest is my labor.
Nice job.
Yeah, not bad. Takes a lot of time, though. God. And special equipment. See this? These are the same kind of brushes they used at the old factory in 1938. Hey, you want to see this? This is right to left, right to left. That's the original stroke.
I'm very impressed.
So, you didn't come down here to see me work. What's up?
Tell me something, Oscar. What do you know about a truck job? Very fancy logo, professional lettering. Air freight truck. Hilo's Air Freight?
Hold it just a minute. I read about that. I had nothing to do with it.
Really? The reason I ask is because there aren't too many people like you in the whole world. I mean, I'd say you were the best in the business.
It's nice seeing you again, Hammer. Do me a favor. Don't come back for another 10 years.
Hey, come on, Oscar. I'm here. Why don't we just talk?
No talking. Just go.
Look at it this way. If you weren't the best in the business, I wouldn't be here. Now, come on, why not admit it? You did a terrific job on that van.
Hammer, you don't want to do it polite? Okay, we'll do it your way. Marvin! What are you gonna do?
What's it worth?
Are you crazy?
What's it worth?
$250,000. Hold it away. There's only 2 of these left in the world.
Now there's only going to be one.
Don't!
My arm's getting very tired, Oscar.
Hartley. Who? Hartley, Tommy Hartley. I don't know the others, I swear. Just hold that up. This is a brand new paint job.
Where do I find Hartley?
How would I know? He doesn't keep in touch with me. I don't know. Oh, he gambles. That's it. Kraft. He shoots Kraft. He's a nut. That's where.
You sure?
Yeah. The Mona's guys are looking for him. That's for sure. Look, why don't you try the strip joint down on 10th and 23rd Street?
Thanks, Oscar.
I like you a lot better when you're paid straight. Stay cool.
So I wanted to get to Tommy Hartley before Tony DeMona's boys did.
Who was Tony DeMona?
He was a magician, too. People who owe him money tend to disappear. I went to find Hartley at a place where the women check more than just their furs.
Was the food good?
I don't know. At that point, I wasn't too interested in dinner. In fact, nobody there was.
I guess I'm just hungry.
Well, it wasn't exactly a spot where you'd want to hang out. But the back room had the smell of heavy steaks.
No shooter coming out. Here we go. Play it along. Pass the line. Come on.
I've been trying to figure that out for years. Want some more wine?
Go on with the story.
Tommy Hartley was a high roller with a low threshold of luck.
Is that Tommy Hartley?
Yeah,
Did he owe Tony DeMona money?
lots. And he was working hard to pay it back. I guess I must have made him nervous.
Coming out here. Loser. Don't come on. Place your bet there. Play the line. Play the line. Put the line.
Rush, pal.
Okay, look, I get the pitch. DeMona's got a beef. That's cool, I owe him. Just give me a couple days.
You're running out of time, Tommy.
Couple of days, that's all. I'm coming in some real bucks. I mean big.
Huh? You're split on the Manhattan City job, huh?
Yeah. Who the hell are you?
I can tell you this, I'm worse than DeMona, and I don't read rights either. Who else was in on the job?
I don't know. Hey, man, I swear. Look, we all went in wearing masks. That was the gimmick. Nobody knows anybody. I swear.
You swear a lot. Where's the money?
We split later on. That's the way it went down.
Who hired you?
I don't know.
Come on.
Look, in my pocket.
Hey, you make one move and you're going to be playing the ocarina right through your ribs. What's this?
There's 4 of us. I was the wheelman. Setup man, the dealer handed out the 3 cards. That's the claim check.
Where's the payoff?
Upstate someplace, some lodge. I don't know. That's the ticket.
Yeah? How's the contact going to be made?
I don't know. You know, we're just supposed to go up there and wait.
That must have woke up the neighbors.
In New York, they hardly noticed it.
So what'd you do?
Well, the only way I could clear my friend Charlie was by finding the payoff man. And the only way I could do that was by becoming Tommy Hartley.
On A&E.
Hey, Barry, over here.
All right, did you pull it off?
What?
Did they think you were really Tommy Hartley?
Hillary, are you sure you want to hear any more of this?
Are you kidding? I'm glued. Come on, what happened?
Okay, I took the plane ticket, the torn card, Tommy's ID, I packed a bag, and I headed for the hills.
Oh, it must have been beautiful there.
After last week, the closest I want to get to nature's a Christmas tree. Come on, let's dance.
Come up here for the fishing or just to get away? A little of both. This is the place.
I thought this was the helicopter service. Where does the badge come in?
I'm a deputy sheriff, sort of. Have it arranged with the county. I do a little law and I do a little business.
Sounds like a good deal.
Works like a lucky charm.
Thanks for the lift.
Mr. Hartley!
Yes?
Welcome! I'm Donna Rourke.
Hello.
You're going to be staying with us tonight and tomorrow night, right?
Unless I get lucky.
With fishing, you mean?
Why not?
You can register later. You're in cabin number 7. It's the last one on the left.
Thanks.
Oh, and the first drink's on the house when you're settled.
Who was she?
Her name was Donna Rourke. She worked at the lodge.
How well did you get to know her?
Not that well.
Was she pretty?
Kind of. Hey, come on. We're going to be late for the movie.
I want to know what happened next.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
All right. I got lost looking for my cabin. I wasn't exactly dressed for a nature walk. It even scared away the squirrels. As I wandered around the woods, I realized it was kind of like Central Park without the flashers. Except it's hard to tell one tree from the other when nobody's carved things like Save the Whales and Paula Loves Garcia. Anyway, I finally found the cabin.
Was it nice?
It wasn't the Waldorf. I figured I could unpack later, but before I went any further, there was one thing I had to do. I needed to use the torn card as bait to draw out the other players. So I left it where it might be easily found, if anybody was interested.
How much was it worth again?
It was a claimed check for close to $1 million.
I would have put it in my pantyhose.
Well, I didn't happen to bring any. Before I did anything else, I decided to head for the bar and hunt out the other card holders.
Double. You paid double.
You already owe me a lot, Donna.
I'll pay you back.
I'm counting on it.
What'll it be?
Here, thanks. Sheriff?
The room all right?
Yeah, it's fine. Is the local hangout?
Not really. Most of them are staying here.
What about him?
Came in from New York yesterday.
So what do you do in the big city?
Well, not a lot. I try to stay out of Brooklyn.
How come?
My bookie lives there. You ever get down to Manhattan?
As little as possible.
Listen, you really can't appreciate New York unless you've slept in the subway on a hot summer night.
You finish that one, I'll throw you for the next. Double or nothing.
You got it. Does she cheat?
She's a big girl. She can do whatever she wants.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Remember, Donna, you owe me.
What's with him?
Oh, Lee's all right. He's just ambitious. Besides the helicopter service, he owns half of Indian Hills and a couple of lakes.
Not to mention the badge.
There's the other side of Lee. The job doesn't pay anything, but he loves the authority.
White wine? Just get in. Yeah, a little while ago. You're from New York? Yeah, me too. It's a long way to jog. No, I just went out for a short run. Yeah, how'd you do? Not bad. About 5 miles in 40 minutes. It's not bad. You work out? As little as possible. I run for taxis. Mickey Gross. Tommy Hartley. Maybe we met? I don't think so. Could be. Yeah. I want to take this back with me. Put it on my tab.
Sure, see you later.
Nice meeting you. Yeah, you too. Who are those guys?
I don't know. They've been there about a week. You ask a lot of questions, don't you?
I've never been in the woods before. I'll take a rain check on the drink. Thanks.
Did you think any of them were the card holders?
I wasn't sure. Nobody there seemed to know anybody else.
Hi, Dad.
Who was that guy?
still want me to believe that Donna wasn't interested in you?
Hillary, she wasn't my type. She was a mountain girl. Now, the next thing I knew, her father had snuck into my cabin.
He was interested in you?
He was interested in Betsy.
Who's Betsy?
My gun.
Oh.
Knocking, pal?
45. That's a lot of heat to wear.
When the nights get cold, she keeps me warm. Who are you?
Dennis Rourke. Pittsburgh PD. Sergeant retired.
You got a warrant to break into my room, Sergeant?
Hey, I don't need one, wise guy. I own this place.
So?
So, I got a lot of future tied up in here, and I don't need no problems. Now, look, I want to know what you're doing here, because I know you're not here for fishing.
I just came up here to meet a pal, that's all.
All right. I'll buy that for now. Look, you got a permit for this?
Yeah, you want to see it?
No, it's okay. Look, as long as you're here, enjoy yourself. But I'm keeping an eye on you, sonny boy. So don't take any towels. And don't mess with the help.
I made a phone call to Captain Pat Chambers at NYPD. He wasn't too encouraging.
The whole New York Police Department homicide squad on hold.
Pat, those two guys in the car, they work for a hood named Tony DeMona.
Them I know about.
The stiff's name was Tommy Hartley. Now, I need a couple of favors. Find out whatever you can about Hartley and get back to me as soon as possible. Second favor, keep his name out of the papers.
Well, that's going to be a little hard. I've already wired his prints to the FBI.
Oh, terrific.
Listen, I can keep this quiet for 24 hours. Now, you do me a favor. These guys are heavyweights. You go fishing. You take Betsy along with you.
I'll make a note.
I don't want to know about your problems. That note was due 6 weeks ago.
Well, give me a week. Give me 2 weeks at the most.
I'm tired of you 1 week and 2 weeking me. You and Donna both. Now, do you understand me?
Take it easy, pal. Lighten up.
Who sent for you? Smokey the Bear.
Put out Hartley. This is a private matter.
We're not finished yet. Neither are we.
Like I said, Hartley, butt out.
Whatever you say, Sarge.
Hey, how about putting us on sick list?
Go on, have out, Captain. Put us in hospital.
You no sick? You never sick. Why you always play 60, Messias?
Don't want one of these over my head, I guess. Captain, come up.
It sounds like one of those two guys might have had something to do with the robbery.
I give you butt this morning.
That's exactly what I thought.
That's what I mean. I want to return the favor.
Well, were you worried they might find out you weren't Tommy Hartley?
Is the frog waterproof?
I remember it from the heart. That's why.
So what'd you do next? Something really clever, I bet.
Yeah, I had lunch.
With Donna?
Alone. But Donna came in.
Yeah, that figures.
Watch the movie.
How are the men?
Fine. We scraped together a little meat. And a coconut.
Any good?
Are you the cook?
No.
It's lousy. What is it?
It's fish.
Fresh?
Frozen.
What about the lake?
They're not biting.
No wonder business is slow. How'd you get involved in all this anyway?
Oh, it just sort of happened. My father bought the place, talked me into coming here. Back then I had a husband and talked him into coming here. We all thought we were going to make $1 million. Didn't exactly work out.
What happened?
Everything. First, there was a slight dip in the tourist trade. Like the world's coldest summer. Well, let's downgrade that to where it really belongs. Catastrophic plunge. Followed by Sabrina Carlyle.
Who's Sabrina Carlyle?
A very pretty young thing from a very rich Rhode Island family who went home with my husband.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not. Not anymore. The first 6 months were kind of tough when I think about it.
Well, I'd say let's talk about it, but I think you just did.
Wait. I make a great cheeseburger with real cheese.
Was she a good cook?
Not bad, but how do you wreck a cheeseburger?
I make a great souffle.
I'll rise to the occasion. Anyway, after that, I went back to my cabin. And guess who showed up?
Donna.
Mickey Gross. He was obviously looking for the card. You lose something, pal?
Hold it, Mike. Run that by me again. Did he jump or did you throw him?
He jumped. He's very athletic.
In the lake on a boat?
I went in the lake under a boat.
With Donna?
No, not with Donna.
Where was Donna?
Never mind. I haven't seen that movie in 25 years.
Well, neither have I.
You weren't even born then.
That's why. The story's like a movie in itself. You really went through a lot up there.
Well, it was important for me to clear this kid, Charlie Danvers, and I was getting closer to the guy who framed him.
Well, so did somebody pull you out of the lake?
Yeah, George Forrest.
Who?
The bonding executive from the bank.
What was he doing up there?
That's what I wanted to know.
You all right?
It's nice to be breathing again.
That's what you wear to swim in up here?
It's a wetsuit. What are you doing here?
Same thing you are. I understand you're calling yourself Tommy Hartley.
Where'd you hear that?
Well, I have friends in high places.
Barrington.
Barrington.
Yeah, figures.
I understand Hartley owed some gambling money.
Yeah, well, he paid it back. A guy named Tony DeMona emptied his blood bank.
You're taking Hartley's place. All right, now what?
Hold it. Let's get back to what the bonding company's doing out here in the middle of the woods.
Isn't $4 million reason enough?
I get the motive, pal, but I don't understand the logic. What do you expect to accomplish out here on your own?
I'm not alone. You're here, remember? Now tell me, what do you know?
Not a lot, except I'm not winning too many popularity contests. One thing's for sure. Charlie Danvers had nothing to do with the robbery.
Then who did?
I don't know yet. These guys don't know themselves. I know this. Whoever the leader was passed out playing cards as IOUs to the three others in the robbery. This is supposed to be the collection point.
Have you identified his partners?
Yeah, one guy's name was Gross. He's the one who put the hole in the window. Shouldn't be too difficult to flush the other one out, but the big question is who's the leader?
My big question is, where's the money?
It's got to be here somewhere.
All right. So what's next?
Take a walk in the woods, commune with nature. Keep calling me Hartley, and find the nearest dry cleaner.
So Mickey Gross was in on the robbery.
Right.
Is he the one who threw you into the lake?
That's exactly what I wanted to find out. You ever tried doing push-ups in the bottom of the commode, Cal?
Hold it.
First you break into my room, then you throw me into the lake. You're not a very nice man, Gross.
It wasn't me down by the dock.
I'm sure it wasn't you in my room either, huh?
I was just checking you out, that's all.
Checking me out include knocking me off?
I told you, Hartley, it wasn't me.
Then who was it? Huh?
Give me a break, will you? I wasn't hanging around. I don't know who's trying to take you out. Let me up, will you? Just for a minute, I want to show you something. I tried to tell you. We're both in the same boat, waiting for the payoff man.
Yeah, and I'm getting tired of waiting for the payoff man. Maybe he doesn't show. Maybe we should start looking for him. You know who the other guy is?
The guy that took out the guard.
Yeah, the shooter.
Yeah, he's the one with the long hair.
You sure?
Sure. Remember his hair kept sticking out from underneath the mask?
Oh, yeah. I remember. You mind if I keep this? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, everybody up for volleyball.
Ah!
I see you prefer indoor sports.
Get out of here! What the hell are you doing?
Played any cards lately, Mitchell? Huh? I see you have. Maybe we're in the same game.
You the wheelman? Any word from the dealer?
No, you?
Still waiting. I thought maybe you were the guy.
Yeah. Well, the stakes are higher than you think, pal. Somebody's trying to get me to drop out. You could be next.
Yeah? Well, I can take care of myself.
That's good to hear. Sweetheart, I'll be in cabin 7.
So, did she meet you in cabin 7?
No, I went back to my cabin. I got some shut-eye, and in the morning, Donna wanted to talk to me.
She was in cabin 7?
She was in her Jeep.
This is getting very interesting.
Morning, Mr. Hartley.
Morning.
What happened to your window?
Oh, sorry about that. I get claustrophobic up here in the mountains. I'll be happy to pay for the damages.
Could you please tell me what is going on around here?
In what way?
People showing up that don't seem to belong. That man Gross and Mitchell and you.
I thought you were used to city slickers up here.
It's not just that. I'm worried about my father.
Why?
Because he's acting very peculiar. Because he disappeared for an entire day last week.
Did he say where he went?
He said it was a personal business matter and he didn't want to talk about it. It's just not like him.
Oh, forgive me for saying it, but maybe you don't know your father as well as you thought you did.
Maybe you're right. I'm sorry to bother you with all this.
So her father was the payoff man?
Just be patient. I guess I've given Donna some pretty bad news, but I was about to get some worse news from Hilda.
Mike, you're in big trouble.
What's going on?
Tommy Hartley made the morning news. You better get out of there while you can.
Thanks. You just made my day.
Tommy? Anything new?
Yeah. Tommy Hartley just went public. He's officially dead.
Maybe it's time we call the cops in.
No, not yet. Let's hold off a while. Before I went any further, I still had some unfinished business.
You don't look too good this morning.
Yeah, too much fresh air.
Yeah. Well, you might be a lot better off back where you came from.
I wouldn't want to disappoint any of my new friends.
Look, what's it going to take to get through to you? You're not welcome here.
I read you, pal. Is that why you threw me in the water?
That and your big city attitude.
I don't like people going around trying to kill me.
You're still alive? You didn't drown?
Neither will you. Don't feed the ducks.
So Norton was the payoff man.
If you want, I can tell you now. We can go back to the movie.
No, I want to hear the whole thing. I'm on pins and needles.
That's just my upholstery. Well, I soon found out how fast news travels.
Who the hell are you?
And no more of that Tommy Hartley crap. Tommy Hartley's dead.
You got 5 seconds to start talking, or you're gonna join him.
So, did you tell him? Did you tell him?
I'll let you know as soon as we park the car and get it in out of the rain.
Here on A&E.
Can I get you something?
You know what I want? The end of the story.
Well, to tell you the truth, everything that happened after that was kind of a blur.
Well, do your best.
Okay. Up to that point, the 2 guys from the robbery were waiting with the torn cards to claim their money from somebody who was completely unknown. Then these 2 guys got the drop on me and demanded to know who I really was. If I didn't give them an answer that they liked, I was in big trouble.
Well, how'd you get out of it?
Donna?
Put the gun down! I went by the window. I didn't know what else to do.
You did great.
Stay here.
I was surprised to find that Forrest had shot Gross.
Did anyone shoot Donna?
No, of course not.
Too bad.
I got this one. Where'd the other one go?
Mitchell had gotten away, but I went after him.
Let the police handle it.
Wait!
There, pal. Come on! You want me? Come on!
Mitchell went down just like Cagney in Public Enemy.
I like Yankee Doodle Dandy. Was he badly hurt?
No, he was alive, but he had a hole in his suit.
Hold it, Hartley. Lose the piece.
You come a long way, Rourke. All the way from being a cop to robbery and murder.
I didn't kill anybody. All I did was I went down on New York, and I brought back a footlocker.
So what do you want, a medal?
Well, I had to do something. I didn't want to lose this place.
Yeah. Well, now you've lost everything.
You should have stayed in New York, Mike.
So it was Forrest.
Yeah, he was the payoff man.
I wondered what kind of guy would think of cards en masse. Why would he go through all that trouble?
Well, there are lots of answers. And if he played his cards right, he'd come up with about 4 million of them.
Gin.
23.
23?
23.
So go on.
Well, there's not much else to tell. That's it. You already know who did it. What else do you need to know?
Well, you can't just leave me hanging with a bad guy holding a gun on you and that old man.
The rest is not very pretty.
I can handle it. He shot him? Why did you tell me?
You insisted.
Well, I hope you got that creep.
It wasn't so easy.
Get through that.
I was lucky. Forrest couldn't drive and shoot at the same time. I finally had enough of this joyride and decided to bail out.
To him.
I couldn't see Forrest for the trees.
What about Norton?
He turned out to be an okay guy, just a little jealous.
Some people are so petty.
Whose side are you on, anyway?
The law. Who do you think?
Could have fooled me.
What the hell is this all about?
It's about $4 million.
Look at that. That's enough to make anybody steal.
Listen, you think you can give me a lift? I gotta catch a plane.
Where to, South America?
No, Manhattan. I have to get to my bank.
You're putting this in a bank?
Yeah, my account's overdrawn. The last I saw of Donna, she was disappearing fast into the distance.
Thank goodness. What about the 5% finder's fee?
Well, I'm going to see that Donna gets some of it. And the rest will go to Charlie Danvers and his wife and baby. Oh, I brought something for you. A souvenir originally worth $1 million.
What's this?
It's one of my shirts.
A little small, isn't it?
Well, it shrunk when I fell in the lake.
Mm-hmm.
must be our pizza.
Hi, Mike. I'm sorry for coming so late, but after everything that's happened, well, I just got so lonely up there in the hills. So I thought I'd come down here and see what city living is like.
Mike, who is it? Who is it, Mike? Mike? Who is it? Who is it?
Tonight, America falls in love with the legendary bank robber Pretty Boy Floyd on Biography at 8 Eastern, 9 Pacific. Now, the pro wrestler Crunch Kramer turns to Remington Steele for bodyguards.